I might be a hoarder. I mean, not really, but a little bit. Like maybe 1/6 the hoarder. Enough to make things interesting. And I'll admit to most anyone that I come from a very long and proud line of dumpster diver hoarder types. I mean, no one's gone too extreme, like, everything we collect in mass is all in good fun, but still, my family has a tendency to amass collections of items which might make the random passerby go, So, yeah. I've had some interesting collections over the years. I've been able to bring myself to throw out several as time has passed, but others have still stuck around to this day. And I regret nothing. Here are 3 different categories to explain my various collections. First off, we have normal. These are the things that you would expect a normal person to collect. You know, the casual collector. The casual Bob, if you will. Like Casual Bob, I too have collected seashells, sea glass, coins, currency, and postcards. You know, mostly souvenirs and little gifts over the years. Boring! Next! Moving on! Second, we have what I'm going to call justifiable? Getting less useful, but still understandable, I think. Yeah. So, these little assortments, I can, in one way or another, justify my having collected them. Again, you have your typical feathers, pine cones, rocks, and acorns that you gather in mass as a child, only to stash away in bulk in your closet, which stay there for years until they and all of your other junk slowly overwhelm your closet space until you feel like you can't even use your closet anymore because there's too much junk and it takes you like 15 years to realize that your closet has slowly become an unnoticed burden on your psyche and that it actually has control of you, not the other way around, because you can't even use it anymore, and you never thought you would get to a point where your closet has more of a hold on your own life than you yourself do, so you finally decide to organize it so as to defeat the beast just to have a little victory over something in your life. You know. Typical kid stuff. Still under justifiable, we have bags, buckets, and binders. Now, these are all things which might, keyword might, come in handy. Should I need a bag, bucket, or binder, I can say, well, hey, I've got one of those bag, bucket, or binder in my closet right now. Hey. But I never say that, because I never need a bag, bucket, or binder. They just sit in my closet, taunting me. So, to be fair, I do use most of the binders, but the buckets, they're not actually buckets, they're just containers. Buckets just sounded cool for, like, alliteration and such. They're mostly just, like, metal candy and food containers, which I think might be useful because, you know, they're, like, good for putting things in and, like, organizing. Trash. They're trash. It's literally just trash. And I know I'm never going to do anything with them, but they make a cool sound when you tap on them. And since I have actually used some of them before, I keep thinking, oh, well, I might use them again. But the others have just been in here for years, and they even survived the great closet reckoning of 2017. And it's just ridiculous because it is literal trash from years and years ago, and I cannot. Last of all, in justifiable, is the lint. Stop! Yes, I know. Yes, dryer lint. Nothing special, but hold on! It's justifiable because I keep it for a purpose. I promise it doesn't exist just to create a fire hazard next to my cherished childhood writings. Even though that's exactly what it does. Sometimes I just get in the mood to light things on fire with flint and steel. As you do. And dryer lint catches on fire in an instant, which is a major fire hazard when you keep it next to a whole shelf of paper, which makes it the best for someone like me who, when camping, doesn't actually want to try all that hard to start a fire, but just wants to look impressive, like, ooh, look at her, she can start a fire like a true nature enthusiast. Which means badly! Finally, we have our last category, which is why. These are why. There's no justification. Even if it was a kid, I did know better. I really did. Even at the time, I knew better. These include collections of rusty bolts, broken staples, eraser shavings, broken earrings / jewelry, and broken glass. Not sea glass, just cut your fingers open on the disease-ridden playground, broken glass. Now, as a kid, whenever I would see a rusty nut or bolt or screw, a lone earring, or, yes, a piece of broken glass, I would just, pick it up. You know, like a psychopath. I would hide them away and kind of smuggle them out of school as if it was contraband, which it totally was. I kept them for years. Years. But to top off the why category, I present to you what is by far my proudest collection. Begun in childhood and carried through even to this day, my splendiferous fortune cookie fortune, the fortunes, in the fortune, my fortune cookie fortune collection, consisting of...
There's one elsewhere, so that'll be one that I keep somewhere else. 2, 3, 4. That was just chocolate on my jacket, I swear. There, much better. Sesame oil. 72, 73, 232, 233, 315, 316, 317, and 3/4. It's my life's work. That took 10.5 minutes.
$317 plus 7 more I found scattered in my room, so 324 3/4 fortunes, or fortune cookie fortunes. Fortune cookie fortunes. It has taken a lifetime to collect. Every cookie was worth it. I don't know why I started this, but I did. I would just kind of put them in the car as a kid, and then it became a thing, and now I have them, and I can't stop. So now whenever I go out to get Chinese food, I always end up anticipating that moment when I have to have this conversation. Oh, it says, you definitely won't get hit by a bus tomorrow. Cool. Yeah. Give it to me. What? I need it! At this point, I can't stop. It's a thing now. I'll do it until I die. Maybe. I don't know. I can't commit to anything. The box of fortune cookie fortunes just sits in my closet of chaos, doing nothing, and I love it. Alright, fortune cookie of the day. You will show what you are capable of. Okay, so there's gotta be a little bit of a criteria for judging these. 1, is it an actual fortune? 2, is it good? 1, possibly. This is, I'm gonna give this maybe meh on if it's a fortune or not. Because this very well could be a threat or a command. You will show what you are capable of, or face my wrath. Is it good? It's not bad, because it's kind of a fortune. So, meh, could be a fortune, could be a threat given by a mother to her child, saying, oh, you will show what you are capable of, or I will boil you in my liver oil. Lucky numbers. 15 is half of 30, so that means that you're gonna die. Learn Chinese. You see, it doesn't tell you the tones, so this is pretty much useless. Gift. Li Wu, but I don't know how to say it. Lucky numbers. My brother's 19, so that means this fortune grants you a brother. 34. That's a sequence of numbers. 4 comes after 3, which means that you will show what you're capable of by knowing that 4 comes after 3, so you're gonna have 4 kids. And 28, 2 plus 8 equals 10, which means perfection. 9 plus 1 equals... Whoa. 9 plus 1 equals 10. 7 plus 3 equals 10. 8 plus 2 equals 10. That's beautiful! Okay, good night. Be brave.